My total comp is $275,000 a year.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I work 100% remote. My name's Simone. I work as a senior federal technical account manager at a cybersecurity GovTech startup, and I also make tech content for major brands as well. I help all of our government customers install our cybersecurity product, make sure they're getting a lot of value from it, and then just make sure their systems are secure.
Can you break out the total comp based on like base and stocks and all that stuff?
So base salary is 175, so nice base, and then my bonuses is about 30,000 a year, and then the rest of that is all stocks. We're a pre-IPO company.
What got you interested in this field?
I grew up playing basketball, and I basically got into the field because I needed something to do outside of basketball, and I was trying to honestly figure out a way to like not have to go to my regular classes. So in our district in Loudoun County, they actually had a vocational school, so you could go there, you could learn tech, you could do welding, you could do nursing. There was all types of things. So I ended up doing tech, and I got my CompTIA A+ certification at 16. I got my computer science degree, did multiple internships while I was there, did an internship with the Air Force, Northrop Grumman, other government contractors, and that really helped me get my first job with Raytheon.
Do you think that those certs are like a game changer on your resume to get those jobs?
I have the CompTIA A+, I have the CompTIA Security Plus, and I have the AWS Cloud Certified Practitioner cert. When I went to school, you really had to get a degree, or like the way that I did it, I could have just went and kept working a regular job and just worked my way up, but the degree really accelerated you. But now you can just get certifications.
What advice do you have for others who want to get involved in this?
The best advice is just to get started and then focus on the certifications that actually get you a skill, right? So some certifications just teach you general knowledge, but you want to get the ones that are more skill based, right? So there's a Red Hat Linux certification that you can get. That one teaches you how to be a Linux system administrator. There's different like offensive cybersecurity certifications that you can get. So if you focus on things like that are more hands-on and less like just question-based, that's going to help you out the most.
Anything that I didn't ask you that you wanted to cover?
For your career, like what's going to help you out the most is once you get your foot in the door, is really focus on job hopping. That is something that helped me out a lot. So something a lot of people don't know is even though I was at Raytheon for 7 years, I job hopped within the company. So I had 5 different roles within Raytheon, and I just kept applying and switching and going to different organizations within the company, and that took my salary from $72,000 to $225,000 in 3.5 years.
Oh my gosh, so they had like those contracts and you were just jumping from contracts? That's so smart.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people don't know that you can just move around internally and still get raises. So I moved around internally from contract to contract. I went from country to country. So my first overseas contract was in Japan. So I deployed to Japan at 24, and I've never been in the military either.
So you got to go to Japan, they pay you a great salary. Any other benefits with this job that we didn't cover yet?
Yeah, so a lot of the money is tax-free, and then you also live for free. They pay for your housing, they pay for your food, they also pay you to learn the language as well. Right now, I think it's up to $107,000 a year is federally tax-free by working overseas.
Any advice for how people can get into this? How do they get their foot into contracting or in IT or cybersecurity?
The best way to get your foot in the door is, if you want to get into GovTech, is first, in my opinion, is get the Security Plus certification from CompTIA. Yeah, it's a baseline requirement. So once you get that certification, you can start looking at different jobs that are sponsoring government clearances, and then you can get your foot in the door that way.
What do you do if you don't have one? How do you get one?
So if you don't have a government clearance, you can look for jobs that are sponsoring. So almost every federal job, like on usajobs.gov, they sponsor clearances for you. And you can also look for different jobs that say must have the ability to obtain a U.S. government clearance. And once you find those jobs, you apply to them, and then they'll sponsor you. And it's just a lengthy background check.
I didn't have a clearance, and I found a job that sponsored mine, so it's possible.